Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Ninja Knight. Make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So here I have an image of Brandon Lee from The Crow. The Crow is a movie that I'm a big fan of, and when there was rumours of it being adapted again and rebooted again in recent years, it was something that I had a lot of feelings on. I thought to myself that this is a story I would like to see a modern update on, but I always felt a little bit uneasy with the tragic passing of Brandon Lee within the role as Eric Draven. I've always personally felt that they could have used the same type of story, however, changing the names of the characters or even the character of the Crow, Eric Draven, out of respect and maybe a homage towards Brandon Lee. I feel that this is a bit of a different character in comparison to some other characters. There have been other actors that have died posthumously to filming or during filming. For example, Heath Ledger as the Joker. I do feel though that because of the circumstances surrounding Brandon's passing, that I think that this should be a character name that should be stuck with him. And I think from all that we've heard about the set in the recent years of trying to get this reboot going, I think that this is a production that does seem troubled, and I think at times you would think to yourself, should we be allowing this to go on, or should this be a bit of a sign that this shouldn't continue on? Bradley Cooper was first attached to the role, and then it seemed to go on for a long time, and Bradley Cooper eventually either exited the role or his contract ran up. Up stepped Jason Momoa, and today's image from what we have here is Jason Momoa in what seems to be a very early look at what his Crow could have looked like. Now, would he have donned the beard? I don't know. The Eric Draven that we know from the 1994 movie was a rock star. Uh, this is something I think that they could have played into, particularly with this movie. I think the fact that Jason Momoa does look like a modern day rock star would have played very, very well. I do feel though, if they had have changed the name from Eric Draven to something else, I would have been all on board for this one. Now, this is in and around the same time that Jason Momoa's stardom started to blow up, particularly with the Aquaman role, and I think when you're looking at a more independent film, that this could have been looked at, and maybe in some people's opinions, a step down from Aquaman, particularly with the commercialism and marketing that would be surrounding that, playing another superhero-esque type of role. He may have wanted to do it, he may not have wanted to do it. Anyway, it looks like this isn't going to happen. But this is our look at what his version of the Crow would have looked like. This is a character that I think would work really well on film, particularly in a modern day reboot. Maybe leave it for another year or two now with everything that is happening, particularly with the inability to write, it seems, in Hollywood. I think that would be a good idea to have some more notable writers attached to this project so that we could get a product that would be respectful to the franchise, would be respectful to everybody that came before, and wouldn't then desecrate the good name of this franchise. The Crow that Brandon Lee played is iconic for me. I absolutely loved him in the role, and I think it is a role that is, in my opinion, very much so attached to Brandon Lee. So I do want to offer my deepest respects to Brandon Lee because I absolutely loved this movie, and it is in large part because of him and his performance. It is an awful shame that we never got to see any more of Brandon due to the untimely passing and the circumstance in which he featured. What do you think of this image of Jason Momoa though as the Crow? Is this something that you would have looked forward to, or are you happy for them to move on now and see maybe something else that they could do with it? Would you like Jason Momoa to come back and play the Crow? I know that that is an answer that a lot of people would say yes, or would it be difficult for you now to separate him from being Aquaman? Do you think that that could be a personal decision from him, that because he's become so big as Aquaman that he might not feel that he wants to do the Crow? We also seen Bradley Cooper, who was a massive star at the time, that was talking about doing the Crow. Is there somebody in this moment in time that you think could make a very good Crow? I think that this could be a series that you could do with a younger actor, in my opinion, and you could have a similar story. And I think you could either have a streaming service version of this, like a TV series. I know there was a sort of Crow series, but I think that you could have somebody with a very high pedigree at the moment. You could have someone like Dacre Montgomery, I think, would play a brilliant Crow. He is someone that I think I would love to have as the Human Torch, or even Angel within the X-Men universe in the MCU if they decided to cast the X-Men. I think he would be a good one. The Crow is a story that I feel very closely attached to because I absolutely love the sentiment that's behind it. I really like that Jason Momoa was attached to it because we know that he really does go for these roles where he is featured as a prominent character and a prominent love interest for the female lead. I think that this would have been a good choice. However, I do feel that maybe they should have retired the name Eric Draven. I think it's only a small thing that they could have done out of respect, in my opinion, and I think it would be the better way to move forward, and I think everybody would ultimately be happy. Would you be one of those people, though, that would have liked to see Eric Draven return in the form of Jason Momoa or somebody else like Bradley Cooper? Do you feel that they should use the Eric Draven name, and should they move on with the Eric Draven persona like they have done with the Joker persona, for example, after Heath Ledger's untimely passing? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you and good luck.